Brett from Victoria Homes, here with Jason Chapman from Chapman Mortgages here at Mortgage Alliance Cutting Edge Lending. How are you, Jason?
Good. How are you doing today?
Great. Yeah, thanks for having us out here. Love your office.
Thank you.
And tell us a little bit about how you got started in mortgages.
Well, I started a long time ago, more than 20 years ago, when I moved to Victoria, and was working at a credit union and was promoted to account manager, and where I started to learn about mortgages as part of my job. And then eventually my career took me to work for a division of a credit union that managed did mortgages for mortgage brokers.
Okay.
And we did all the underwriting and looking at the income and the qualification of the borrowers, and we would send approvals to mortgage brokers.
Right.
Yeah.
So
and
you worked on, the approval side of mortgages, and now you're on the other side trying to help people get approved.
That's right.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's right.
So tell us a little bit about what a mortgage broker does and the differences between, sort of a traditional bank and a mortgage broker.
Okay, so a mortgage broker is somebody that specializes in mortgages. So that's all I do. I don't have other, if you go into a bank and you deal with somebody with mortgages, they're probably also doing lines of credits, car loans, investments, the whole thing. But I specialize 100% in mortgages. That's all I do, all day, every day.
Okay.
Working with a mortgage broker, so the services I provide is I help my clients find the right lender for them and the right mortgage product. So a client will come to me, it's like going to 50 different lenders, so banks or lenders. I have access to an awful lot, and so I help my clients decide what's the right one depending on their needs, because it's not always a lot of people think if they go to a mortgage broker for a mortgage rate. That certainly is an important thing, but sometimes people want other options.
Not the only thing. Yeah,
absolutely not.
For sure. So take me a little bit through the process. Like, what would it look like if I were to sit down with you, having never got through a mortgage before?
Good question. So to go through a mortgage application with a broker is super easy, and it really depends on the client, because everybody, again, is different. I deal with young millennials all the way to retired people,
right.
And everybody has their own way that I'm going to process a mortgage application for them. So the options that people have, I can meet in person with them, go to their house, we can do it over the telephone,
okay,
or we can do it at their office, or they can just do it online. I have a website, they can do an application.
Wow.
Then the process becomes, once I get the application, I usually spend a little bit of time with the client, just sort of getting to know what it is that they want, what their goals are, and then once we've determined where they're trying to achieve with the mortgage, then I recommend the lender that we go to, and I simply submit the application to the lender.
Awesome. So any tips for someone who's thinking about, buying their first house or, upgrading in the market right now?
Absolutely. If you're thinking about doing anything like that, I really recommend that you, even if you're just thinking about it, go and see a mortgage broker. It's a very good mortgage broker will be able to work through the possibilities for you. A lot of people, I find, believe that they can't afford something, or that they can afford something that they can't.
Right.
So a great first step is just to meet with a mortgage broker and discuss your goals and where you're at, and seek advice there.
So is there any costs involved for the typical homeowner who's coming to get a mortgage with you?
Absolutely not. The way I'm paid is I'm paid by the lender. So
okay.
When I submit the application, if it's approved and funded, the lender pays me a fee for that, and so there's absolutely no cost to the client.
So another question that people might have is, compared to a typical bank, which will give you, like a set mortgage rate, with all these options available to you, are there different sorts of packages that you can offer to clients?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, when you're dealing with a mortgage broker, like I said, I have options, 50 different lenders.
Totally.
In the lending market, I deal with banks, credit unions, and other lenders, even private. Every lender has different rates. Sometimes lenders come to us with promotions, or they have they have too much money or something like that, and they want to they have a rate sale for certain types of clients.
Okay.
So these change almost every day. I get rate changes, I get rate specials. So there's always lots of options out there for people. Definitely.
Right. Awesome. Well, thank you for having us out. It was great to learn about all these sorts of options.
Thanks for coming in, Brett.